What's that intro sound like, though? There's a video game that goes beep, beep, beep.
That's Mario Kart.
It is Mario Kart.
It is Mario Kart.
Mario Kart sound.
Yeah, that is the Mario
That's
Kart.
your intro. You're going to roll with it.
Absolutely. Welcome back to RnR Talk, episode 16, the Sweet 16, 1-6. We're back here still in Windy City. We're at the Quality Inn and Suites. I like this hotel. What about you?
It's not bad. It's small. When I got triple up some guys. Had a new guy in. We'll talk about how to triple him up. I hate tripling up when these places that have the 2 beds in the room, but they won't let you get a cot because there's 2 beds in the room. Come on, man. There's room. Like, what? If something's on fire, it's not going to impede 3 athletes in a room getting out the door because there's a cot.
Yep. And there's, no couch.
No couch.
What was the last one we went to? Had a couch in every room.
Yeah, that was a cake plate. What was it?
Was that Evansville? When was the last time you were
No, Evansville, I get sick every time. I despise that hotel. That's with the Denny's.
That's with the Denny's. What had the couch? Was it Lake Erie? I don't know.
Where were we?
I don't know. We were Evansville. We had Schaumburg.
Schaumburg was nice, but it wasn't Schaumburg.
It wasn't Schaumburg. I don't know. Dude, I think it was Evansville
Erie.
that had the couch.
No, it was not Evansville. I know it was not Evansville. It was, give me a second.
Let's go to the schedule.
We went from where to Evansville?
It was Schaumburg to Evansville. Then we were just home. Now we're in Windy City. Before that, it was Lake Erie. Was it Lake Erie all that time ago, back end of May?
No, it wasn't. Lake Erie Hotel does not have...
There's 2 different hotels in Schaumburg that we've been to.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think we went to the other one first,
Yeah.
and it had the nice ones.
Yeah.
Anyways, this hotel, I think Fuentes won him a little bit.
A little bit of dough? Yeah. There's a casino right down here. And I know Stowers goes there. I've seen Terwilliger on there. He had a big crowd around him. But yeah, I think some of the players have been having some dough. And then they also were playing a little bit of poker last night. So good team bonding.
Yeah, no, teams come together.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice win yesterday to be able to help solidify that.
Yeah, and yesterday, not as dominant as a win as we saw on Tuesday, a 4-2 victory, but, it kind of still feels the same. You were able to come back, keep fighting all the way through. How big were those home runs? Hank Zeisler, Steven Hrustich, man.
The home runs themselves were massive.
Yeah.
It felt like a matter of time. It did. It felt okay. It felt good in the dugout. Even 0-0 through 4. They got that 1 run there in that first third situation. JB made good play. I thought we had some good defensive plays in that game. But then Hank ties it up there. That was nice. The ball was crushed. And then they scratched one on Kimlich there, and it was 6th. And then Rusty comes up, evens that one back up, and it was kind of like, okay, that's all we needed to be. It was kind of prodded just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I thought we had some good approaches. I thought we saw some deep counts throughout. I don't think anybody faltered. I don't think anybody tried to get too big, especially from the night before.
Yeah.
But it felt like a kind of a matter of time, and saw that play out as the game went on, and had some big knocks when we needed it. But it was nice to be able to get that, answer the bell, man, answer the call after the game before.
Yeah. And it's not like Barker was, overly dominant. That's his 3rd time facing the Yalls. I feel like we were just hitting, to their spots. TJ Reeves in particular, he had 2 good pieces, but right at the corner outfielders. He was only 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. It wasn't like he was, cruising through us, styling up double-digit Ks. So, yeah, you're right. It was only a matter of time.
No, we had runners on with the first 4 innings, threatening. That double on Hank in the first, I was like, oh, here's a run. I thought we got a little big right there. Fuentes did. Lord's good at B. Just kind of chase a pitch or foul off a pitch that didn't really go after in the first place. But.
Yeah, and Ross Thompson on the mound. It's technically another spot start. Tell me what you're seeing with him. Is he fully in the rotation, or is it just right now while you're trying to pick up another piece, or him and Kemledge, or you guys just going day to day? What is it?
It's not an experiment. It is more of a, for the time being, placeholder.
Yeah.
It could say for Loubier. It could say for Honors we're waiting on to come in. But I don't really want to roll with Ross in a starting rotation the long term.
Yeah.
I think he's great patchwork for the short term.
Yeah.
And I think he better serves. I told him this too. This was a week or so ago. He better serves, I think, himself and the team coming out of the pen and bridging 2 games a week.
Yeah.
Giving some length, shutting down some spots in the middle of that week multiple times rather than here's your own start, now you're a starter. And it's not that I don't think that he's capable. It's not that I don't think that his stuff, he can do it. It's just I think that for the benefit of him, benefit of the team, and for somebody else, that we're better off when I can use him as a weapon.
Yeah.
Out of the pen and be able to spot start if needed. So it was that spot start. He did a great job being able to go 5. Like I'd like to keep him shorter bursts than that, piggyback type things. But it's kind of what we had to roll with. We got 13 games in a row this week, so we had to figure that out. He did a great job being able to give us some length and not burn out the pen, and we're hitting stride as this road trip begins.
Yeah, was able to leave a runner on third in the first. Was able to, in that 5th inning, strand runners on second and third after he had no outs there. So that was very good to see. That was really good to see from Ross. Technically, if you're looking at the rotation right now, it's Abshire, Smith, Ross, Martinez, and Villalobos, all those 5. You bring in Blake Lubier, maybe eventually after he's off the IL, fully ready. I know he threw a sim game yesterday. How'd that look?
I thought he looked good. It was a health check. Kind of build some pitches up. So we didn't have guys hitting. We had guys tracking. He just wanted to see a couple different looks. It's more about the stamina thing for him right now than it is anything, because if I am going to bring it back on, I need to make sure that I know I'm getting the length that I'm going to give a break to. So I need to make sure that he's going to be able to cover, 60, 70 pitches, be able to go up, down, maybe 4 or 5 times if he's efficient. And obviously, know how his body's bouncing back, and make sure that mentally he's in a good spot to want to do that. And it was nice to see yesterday. I think we threw 3 live ups. This was after a warm up, 3 live ups. He sat and cooled down, and then he went through 1 more in the pen. So he got his bullets worth yesterday. I mean, I'm sure he got up close to 70, 75 with Carl. But I like the progression he's on. It's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out here in the next week.
Yeah, 70, 75 in that sim game. That's pretty good. That's pretty good if you can get up there. Very nice. Let's talk to the fun part. We got a new guy coming in, finally filling in that 24th spot. We had that open spot for a little bit now, but it's a guy that I'm pretty sure everyone can be excited about. And just on the name alone, if you look at the name alone and not even like his baseball statistics, you'd be like, okay, that guy's a ball player. Blaze O'Sabin, NAIA Player of the Year coming in. How'd you find him?
Well, Dave was on the horn. Dave's always finding those guys. We had another guy that's on the same Georgia Burnett team that's got a couple connections there. They had another outfielder, AJ, somebody we tracked last year. Had a monster year, too. He was NAIA Player of the Year last year. But this guy, Blaze, hit in front of AJ this year, and so obviously he's getting pitched to a little bit more, but his numbers were ridiculous. I mean, 443, 12 doubles, 13 triples, 14 homers, 50 bags. You name it, he did it. I mean, it's no small feat. NAIA Player of the Year, like that's no joke. And the fact that we reached out to him before, his coaches had a connection, sent him to the Pioneer League, so he went to the Pioneer League, kind of pushed out there numbers-wise because they need some arms. They're a little heavy because they brought in 2 outfielders. They brought in that AJ kid I was talking about and Blaze.
Oh, wow.
So they brought in both of those. And then I think Blaze was there for maybe a week. And he's the type of guy who wants to play. He's not going to sit around. And I think that he was just kind of odd man out. And then he called us first thing after his release. And he called Dave. And we said, well, when can you get a flight? And he said, tomorrow. I'll have to be there about 5:30. And Dave said, well, I'll come pick you up at the airport. So here he is. He showed up mid-game. He showed up like in the 4th inning. He showed up in the 5th inning. First at bat he saw was Hank's home run.
Wow.
So welcome to it. And, he got to celebrate with the team after. But now he's going to be a good fit, man. Got good character references. Like I said, the playing ability, the numbers speak for themselves. We're going to find out what he's all about today. I'm going to throw him out in center field. And he's going to get out there and show us what he's all about, too.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm shocked you knew all those stats right off the top of the dome.
Rory.
62 games started. You're right on the money at 443.
You know what else? 62 games started. He scored 116 runs.
Yeah, he's 116 runs. God, you're right on the money. 109 hits, 83 RBIs, 793 slugging.
530 OBP.
Yeah, 533 OBP.
Come on, man. Like, listen, this is child's play.
Stolen bases, 50. 50 bags.
52, I think. 50,
Yeah, 50-plus bags. I mean, that's great to see. I mean, if we can get another guy on the base paths, where do you imagine him in the order? Imagine him top of the order guy? Or
you know what that does for us? I'm just talking with Craig. Obviously, I run the Craig hitting coach. And there's not a lineup that I don't put together that he doesn't play a pivotal role in making. But we were talking last night. We have the ability now to make a couple different types of lineups. Yeah. I mean, you can go through Murderer's Row. We could stack those. We could stack up all those big sticks. Or now we got a little bit more speed options. We got Ed, Ginder. If I can put O'Savin in there, 3 guys that are a little bit burners. Mix those in there. It makes it's a little bit different profile. It's a little bit faster. It's a little more aggressive. So kind of see how that plays out over the long term. But right now in the short term, we're just going to see what he's all about. Make sure he gets his feet wet. And it's throw him out there. But I see him down right now. He's kind of like where everybody else who comes in here is put him down a 7 or 8 spot. Let him see a couple innings worth of at bats. Get a feel for it, and then see how things play down there. And we'll get on the bases. When that lineup rolls over, guys are moving you around and scoring. So it kind of puts them into action with this lineup. If you're in that 7 or 8 hole, you're in the action. If you're producing, we are scary. So I'm excited to see how he does play it down there, and see how that lineup rolls over today. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, no, I'm real excited. I'm real excited to see that lineup full through and through. You mentioned Langston Ginder as well. I mean, if you could have Ed, Ginder, and O'Savin out there, stealing bags. Still haven't seen a stolen bag from Ginder yet this season, so I want to see him get going. But
I haven't seen him walk either.
Really, no walks.
I don't think so.
No walks yet. I would have to check on that. But yeah, I mean, that would make sense. You're right. I think he's always pushing for contact his first game. But
hey, he's 9 for his last 16.
Yeah, he's really raised up that average, 287 now. He's
9 for his last 16,
knocking on the door of 300 there. So he's definitely come alive, and honestly, so have the Y'alls. The Y'alls have won 3 in a row. They win another series against Windy City. Want to keep this going. I'd like to go for a sweep. How about that?
Yeah, that's what we're pushing for today. I don't think there's any game that wake up trying not to win, but I feel like everybody is on the same page. I feel like the environment, the culture, finally everybody's coming together. To me, it's not too late. It's the right time. Because we could band together to pull out the hole. So everybody dug it, man. Let's all climb out together. Let's pull each other out. And that's where I feel like we're at. And it feels good. It feels clean. As long as we have some good starting performances, they can go deep and keep it close and pump strikes and set a tone, then we're dangerous. We're hard to play.
Yeah.
Especially if we get a lead and we play it clean throughout early. Our sticks score, and we score in the first couple innings. It's super scary. But then from there, it's play clean D, and that's what I think everybody is picking each other up, putting in the work out there. You can see all the work that we've been doing early kind of starting to pay dividends. So it feels good right now. I like it.
Absolutely. No, and you got, you mentioned the starting performances. You got Yanniker Villalobos out there again today. Villa, his last time against Windy City, probably his best start of the season. 6 innings pitched, shutout baseball, 7 strikeouts. So hopefully he can continue that here in Windy City. It was in Windy City last time as well. Hopefully he can keep this graveyard quiet, and then we can bring out the bats. You love to see that when you pull up to the stadium, wind blowing out. That's
crazy,
what you guys were.
Yeah, crazy here.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see if it doesn't. I'm going to see us produce without, I don't know, Hank's ball's getting out no matter what the wind's doing.
Yeah.
Rustic, that ball's crushed.
And for Hank, that was his first pull-side home run of the year. And literally in BP, I was watching him, and he had done a pull-side home run. He was like, man, I can actually do it. Immediately to Craig. They're just joking around that sure enough in the game, pull-side crushes it down the right field line, no doubt about it. That was really good to see.
Well, as soon as talking with Craig, too, him and Fuentes both. Fuentes the day before got to a pitch that's been giving him some trouble. And then yesterday, Hank got to that pitch that's been giving him some trouble. So as far as being able to stick with the approach they've been talking about with Craig and what they're working on, being able to plug in holes and cover those holes that the guys are attacking in a certain way right now. And so until they prove that they can do damage on that, then they're not going to get pitched another way. Both those guys, like Hank's pretty tough to pitch to any part of the plate. He's getting rammed in hard a lot, and he's he likes staying the other way a little bit. But he got to that one yesterday, and that's what he's talking about with Craig. It's like, oh, I got to it. Like I feel kind of covering that hole a little bit more. So covering that up, so that's scary to think about when these guys are still getting better and they're advancing and they're talking with Craig. They're not talking about their swings. Like it's not about swing. It's like that's kiddie work. We're talking about an approach, like how to stay within your approach, how to cover those holes, how to defend, like what type of arm are you throwing to, how do you adapt quicker than what he's doing to you. And those two guys got a lot of aptitude to be able to do that quickly, and they've done it already early in the week, and so it's only going to keep rolling as we keep going.
Absolutely, keep rolling. The Y'alls are rolling right now. Let's bring the brooms out. I want to see a sweep, and then we can take it into Joliet. That'd be fun to see. You can catch that game tonight. It's Thursday, June 20th. That game's going to be 6:35 Central, 7:35 Eastern, same as we've been throughout this 3-game series. Yannick Villalobos taking on Rudy Gomez. First time we're seeing him. Catch that on Flow Baseball or on Meridex. Until next time, y'all have a good one.